Ever find yourself caught in the grip of overwhelming emotions, unsure how to stay calm when life gets tough? Imagine facing some of the most challenging moments in history, yet remaining unshaken, composed, and in control. That's exactly what the Stoics did. Whether it was ruling an empire, enduring exile, or even living as a slave, they mastered the art of emotional resilience. Welcome to today's video, where we'll uncover the secrets of how the Stoics, like Marcus Aurelius, Seneca, and Epictetus, stayed calm in the face of adversity. We'll explore 7 timeless lessons from their teachings that you can apply to your own life to gain control over your emotions, no matter what life throws at you. So if you're ready to learn how to harness the power of Stoic wisdom and transform the way you handle your emotions, stick around. This video is for you. The first lesson we're diving into is perhaps the cornerstone of Stoic philosophy, the dichotomy of control. The Stoics believed that life could be divided into 2 categories, things we can control and things we cannot. It's a simple concept, but incredibly powerful. According to the Stoics, we can control our own thoughts, actions, and reactions, essentially our internal world. But everything outside of that, what others say or do, the outcomes of events, or even the weather, is beyond our control. To illustrate this, let's look at the life of Epictetus. Born into slavery, Epictetus had no control over his circumstances. Yet he realized that while he couldn't change his external situation, he had complete control over his inner responses. Epictetus focused on his own character, thoughts, and actions, developing a profound sense of inner freedom despite his external bondage. His teachings remind us that by focusing on what we can control, our own mindset and behavior, we can maintain our composure in any situation. Now, think about your own life. How often do we waste energy worrying about things outside of our control? The Stoic approach urges us to stop battling the inevitable and instead redirect that energy into what we can change, ourselves. The next time you find yourself stressed or upset, take a step back and ask, is this something I can control? If the answer is no, let it go. If yes, focus on what you can do and act accordingly. This simple shift in perspective can lead to greater peace of mind and emotional resilience. The next lesson is a powerful tool the Stoics use to maintain their emotional equilibrium, premeditatio malorum, or the premeditation of evils. This practice involves mentally preparing yourself for the worst possible outcomes. It might sound a bit pessimistic at first, but it's actually a way to build resilience. By imagining potential challenges or setbacks in advance, you can diminish their emotional impact if they do occur. It's about conditioning your mind to stay calm, even when things don't go as planned. One of the greatest proponents of this technique was Seneca. As a statesman and philosopher, Seneca faced numerous adversities, including political exile and the constant threat of execution. To remain composed, he regularly engaged in premeditatio malorum, envisioning scenarios where his wealth, health, or even his life could be taken from him. This exercise didn't make Seneca fearful. Instead, it helped him accept the possibility of loss and prepare emotionally. When hardships did come, he was ready, calm, focused, and unshaken. You can apply this Stoic practice in your own life, especially before stressful events like job interviews, important presentations, or major life decisions. Take a moment to visualize the worst-case scenario. What if the interview doesn't go well? What if you don't get that promotion? By acknowledging these possibilities, you can reduce the fear and anxiety surrounding them. And if the worst does happen, you'll be better prepared to handle it with grace and composure. This technique helps you embrace uncertainty and approach life's challenges with a clearer, more resilient mindset. Moving on to our third lesson, we delve into the Stoic principle of Amor Fati, or love of fate. This concept isn't just about accepting your fate, it's about embracing it enthusiastically, whatever it entails. The Stoics believe that everything that happens does so for a reason, and it is up to us to find value and meaning in our experiences, regardless of their nature. A prime exemplar of this philosophy was Marcus Aurelius, the Roman emperor and Stoic philosopher. Despite his immense responsibilities in the vast challenges of ruling an empire, Marcus practiced Amor Fati not merely as a duty, but as a privilege. He saw every difficulty as an opportunity to practice virtue and grow stronger. His writings and meditations reflect his profound commitment to this belief, often noting that the obstacle in the path becomes the path. For Marcus, every event was a chance to demonstrate patience, wisdom, and integrity. To bring this into your own life, start by reframing the way you view challenges and setbacks. Instead of resisting or lamenting the hardships you face, try to see them as integral parts of your life's journey. Whether it's a minor inconvenience or a major crisis, ask yourself, what can this teach me? By adopting a mindset of Amor Fati, you transform every experience, good or bad, into a valuable lesson. This doesn't mean you should seek out suffering or pain, but rather that when these things inevitably come, you can meet them with courage and perhaps even a sense of gratitude that they are honing your character, just as they did for Marcus Aurelius. The fourth lesson in our journey through Stoic principles focuses on the heart of Stoicism, practicing virtue. The Stoics believe that true happiness and emotional stability are achieved not through external achievements or possessions, but through the cultivation of inner virtues. Virtue, to the Stoics, meant living in harmony with reason and nature, embodying qualities such as wisdom, courage, justice, and temperance. Seneca, one of the most prominent Stoic philosophers, deeply emphasized the importance of these virtues in maintaining one's emotional stability. He argued that wisdom helps us make the right decisions, courage allows us to face life's challenges with strength, justice guides us in dealing fairly with others, and temperance keeps our desires in check, ensuring that we act with moderation and self-control. For Seneca, these virtues were not just ideals, but practical tools to navigate the vicissitudes of life. Incorporating this Stoic lesson into your life involves a reflective and active approach. Start by identifying the values that resonate most deeply with you. What principles do you want to guide your actions? Once you have a clear understanding of these, consciously try to live by them every day. For instance, if you value courage, challenge yourself to face a fear this week. If justice is important to you, look for ways to treat those around you more fairly and kindly. Reflect at the end of each day on how well your actions aligned with your values, and consider what adjustments you might make to improve tomorrow. By striving to live virtuously, you align yourself with Stoic teachings and foster a calm, stable mind, regardless of external circumstances. Our fifth lesson delves into a somewhat counterintuitive yet profoundly effective Stoic practice: negative visualization. This technique involves regularly contemplating the loss of things you value, not to foster fear, but to cultivate a deeper appreciation for them and to diminish the impact of their potential loss. By envisioning the absence of what we hold dear, we prepare ourselves mentally and emotionally for such events, reducing the shock and pain we might feel if they were to actually occur. Epictetus, a Stoic philosopher who lived a life marked by hardships and limitations, championed this practice. Despite being born into slavery and enduring permanent physical disabilities, he maintained a remarkable level of emotional equanimity. Epictetus often practiced and taught negative visualization, contemplating the loss of his already limited freedom or physical health. This practice helped him remain calm and unperturbed in situations that would typically provoke fear or despair in others. For Epictetus, envisioning the worst did not dampen his spirit, but reinforced his resilience, enabling him to cherish his current state and strengthen his mental preparedness. To incorporate negative visualization into your own life, take a few moments each day to consider how you would cope if you lost something important to you. Whether it's your job, personal relationships, or material possessions, think about how you would adapt and move forward. This process not only makes you more resilient to potential losses, but also amplifies your gratitude for the things and people you currently have in your life. It's a reminder not to take the present moment for granted and to live fully with an awareness of life's inherent impermanence. By practicing negative visualization, you equip yourself to handle life's challenges with greater calm and perspective, echoing the Stoic mastery over emotional disturbances. As we move to our sixth Stoic lesson, we focus on the practices of mindfulness and self-reflection. These techniques are not just about being present in the moment, but also involve a deep examination of our thoughts, actions, and reactions. The Stoics believed that self-awareness is the key to understanding and mastering our internal states, which in turn influences our emotional stability. A profound example of this is found in the life of Marcus Aurelius, the Roman emperor known for his philosophical writings, which survive in a collection known as the Meditations. These writings were essentially his personal journal, where he recorded his thoughts, reflected on his behaviors, and reminded himself of the Stoic principles he strove to live by. Marcus used his journal as a tool for self-improvement, constantly questioning his impulses, desires, and judgments to align them more closely with Stoic virtues. His practice of self-reflection helped him maintain his composure amidst the pressures and responsibilities of his imperial duties. Adopting a similar practice can be incredibly beneficial. You might start by keeping a daily journal, where you reflect on your day's events and your reactions to them. Write about what went well and what didn't, how you responded to challenges, and how you might improve. Alternatively, you might engage in a daily meditation practice, taking time to observe your thoughts and feelings without judgment, learning to understand their origins and impacts. This practice of mindfulness and self-reflection enables you to better control your reactions to external events, leading to greater emotional resilience and a more fulfilling life. By following in the footsteps of Marcus Aurelius, you can cultivate a mindful approach to life that fosters clarity, peace, and purpose. The seventh and final lesson we explore today is perhaps one of the most profound yet sobering Stoic reminders: Memento Mori, or remember you must die. This principle serves as a grounding force, reminding us of our mortality to help us live with a greater sense of purpose and urgency. By keeping the inevitability of death in mind, the Stoics found clarity and motivation to focus on what truly matters, stripping away the trivialities that often consume our daily lives. Marcus Aurelius, a Stoic who faced the realities of life and death daily as a Roman emperor, frequently meditated on his own mortality. In his meditations, he wrote about the impermanence of life and the importance of living according to one's principles while one has the chance. This awareness of death helped Marcus maintain emotional equilibrium, focusing his efforts on his duties and virtues rather than on fleeting pleasures or concerns. He saw each day as a precious opportunity to be embraced fully, not out of fear of death, but out of respect for the limited nature of life. To integrate this Stoic practice into your life, start by reflecting on your own mortality occasionally. This doesn't mean dwelling on death in a morbid or fearful way, but rather allowing this awareness to enhance your appreciation of life. You might find it useful to reflect each night on how you spent your day. Were your actions meaningful? Did you live in alignment with your values? Such reflections can reduce anxiety over the insignificant details of life and help you focus on creating a legacy of actions that truly reflect who you are and what you value. Remembering that our time is limited can be a powerful motivator to live more fully, make more meaningful choices, and express gratitude for the present moment. This practice encourages not just acceptance of life's limitations, but a celebration of the opportunity each day brings. As we wrap up our exploration of the 7 Stoic lessons for emotional control, let's take a moment to recap the timeless wisdom we've discussed today. We started with the Dichotomy of Control, learning to focus on what is within our power. We then moved on to premeditatio malorum, which teaches us to prepare mentally for the worst. Amor Fati showed us the value of embracing whatever life throws our way, while practicing virtue reminded us of the importance of living according to our highest principles. Negative visualization helps us appreciate what we have and prepare for loss, and mindfulness and self-reflection encourage us to examine our thoughts and actions. Finally, Memento Mori urged us to remember our mortality, enhancing our appreciation for the present and motivating us to live fully. The Stoics weren't superhuman, they were just like us. They faced adversity, uncertainty, and change. Yet they mastered their emotions by adhering to these principles, finding inner peace amid chaos. If they could do it, so can you. These lessons are not just philosophical ideals, they are practical tools that can guide you towards more resilient and meaningful living. If you found this video helpful, please like, subscribe, and share it with friends who might also benefit from these Stoic teachings. And I'd love to hear from you in the comments below. Which of these Stoic lessons resonates with you the most? Are there any you're eager to start applying in your life? Let's continue the conversation and support each other in our journey towards mastering our emotions, just as the Stoics did. Thank you for watching, and remember to embrace every day with courage and wisdom.